Gering City Council has approved a program to allow roadside memorial signs to honor people who have died in motor vehicle accidents. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, with encouragement from the family of a Gering man who died as the result of a tragic motor vehicle accident last year, the Gering City Council has approved a program allowing the placement of roadside memorial signs in the community. Donald Wimberly of Gering was struck by a vehicle in 2019 after he had pulled over to check on a trailer he was towing on 7th Street. On Monday night, Frank Wimberly addressed the council, saying the family wanted to memorialize his father in a fashion similar to that allowed on state highways, but found out that was not allowed.
I was surprised to find out that there was nothing on the record for that type of item. So I kind of pitched the idea about the state program and whether or not the city would get behind something like that. And it's just been amazing, you know, from July till tonight, to see this actually on the agenda and possibly being approved is just amazing.
Mayor Tony Kaufman said it was touching that a family impacted by such a tragedy sought to promote a program such as this to help others.
Reality is we live in a fast-paced world and there are distracted drivers every single day, and so if there's a token that the city can do to provide beacons of reminders in our community, I think that's fantastic. And you know, this is local government at its finest, where we have a community member bring something to attention and we work the process, and hopefully it's something that makes our community better and stronger.
The council approved the program on a vote of 6-0. Well, authorities say a 19-year-old driver was cited following a car versus pedestrian accident in Scottsbluff early yesterday morning. Authorities were called to the 1100 block of East Overland for an individual walking on the sidewalk that had been struck by a passing vehicle. Investigators determined that 21-year-old James Hannaford of Scottsbluff had been walking eastbound when a 2001 Ford Focus driven by Elijah Sepulveda of Scottsbluff left the roadway and hit Hannaford. Captain Tony Straub says Hannaford was taken to Regional West Medical Center with reported minor injuries, and Sepulveda was cited for failure to yield to a pedestrian and no valid registration. Well, coming up after the break, a much warmer day today across the region. The Boyer's got your Tuesday evening forecast right after this on KNEB.TV News.
At Platte Valley Bank, we believe it shouldn't cost you money to access your money. That's why we offer free ATMs anytime, anywhere. Whether you are across town or traveling abroad, there won't be an added expense to access the funds in your Platte Valley Bank account. Free ATMs are just one of the great benefits of banking with us. Stop by to talk to one of our friendly associates to discuss what else Platte Valley Bank has to offer.
Some people think Allstate only protects your car. Here's the truth. Allstate can also protect your home or apartment, as well as your boat, motorcycle, RV, and snowmobile, and even your retirement and your life. Not many insurance companies can say that, but Allstate can.
Bundle and save with Allstate. In Gering, call Allstate agent Michael Engelhop for a quote today at 308-436-2123.
New season and new fashion is in at Compliments for you and your home. Check out what's new from Tribal and Charlie B. From light layers for warm days and cool nights to reversibles that are a must-have for the season, Compliments has the style for you. With great looks come great deals. Compliments always has weekly deals to bring more style into your life. Get ahead of the trends and get the new shapes, shades, and colors this season at Compliments for you and your home. 1708 Broadway, downtown Scottsbluff.
This is KNEB.TV weather from the KNEB Storm Center, your trusted source for weather.
Well, we're going to be clear tonight, quiet across the region. Not really much going on. Temps going to be down into the 40s, so not as cool as where we were this morning. Still pretty comfortable out there. So quiet weather is going to continue, really. Temps are going to go up and down some. Not huge fluctuations, but 10 to 15 degrees, even day to day. But it's going to be dry the next 7 to 10 days. That's not changing, and unfortunately, the fire danger is going to be increasing again here across the region. Yesterday, we hit 67. That's about 5 degrees below normal. We were down to 32 yesterday as well, and that kept us above record normals, record lows, and below normal. So in the middle somewhere on all of those fronts. Nothing in the rain gauge. We're going to end the month of September about somewhere between about 2/3 and 3/4 of an inch below normal, and we'll be real close to 6 inches below normal for the year as we start up the forecast here for October and in the month of September. Red flag warnings here in southwest portions of Nebraska. We have red flag warnings up here for eastern portions of Wyoming. Those are going to continue into tomorrow and probably for the next several days. Very high elevated fire danger there in those pink shaded areas, those gray shaded areas that are under the banner. Those are air quality alerts for smoke out there in northern Colorado. 82 right now in North Platte. There's McCook checking in at 83. Valentine at 79. We have upper 70s to a couple of temps right at 80, 81 in Ogallala. Everybody else in the 70s to 80 degrees. Very comfortable conditions. Winds out of the north, northwest. 15 to occasionally up to 20 miles an hour. So it still has been windy at times, and that's not really going to change much over the next couple of days. Sunny skies when you get on that bus tomorrow, 46, heading home at 69 degrees. Futurecast is all quiet tonight. Clear skies here across the region. Nothing happening. We're not going to see anything appreciable weather-wise. Lows are going to fall down into the 40s primarily. I think we'll stay out of the 30s tonight. Maybe only down to 50 there in Valentine for a low. So mild, at least for generally speaking anyway, comfortable temps overnight. A few high clouds tomorrow in the northern panhandle. That's it. We're quiet here across the region. And as we go into tomorrow night and early Thursday morning, it remains dry and quiet here across the high plains. And highs tomorrow going to be about 10 to 12 degrees cooler than where we were today. Upper 60s to near 70 out there. A couple of low 70s sneaking in, and that's really about all that we have to show. And this map has gotten old, hasn't it? No precip coming the next 36 hours. Clear, quiet tonight. Lows down around 45. It will be breezy at times tomorrow. Winds at 15 to 25, maybe a couple higher gusts. And again, cooler than where we were today. Only highs about 70. Look at our 7-day forecast, and it's going to jump around into the 60s, 70s, some days near 80 by Monday and Tuesday of next week. But look all the way across there. There's no chance of precip really at all for the next 7 days. Just a couple of breezy conditions at times. That's really all that we can find. It is a dry 7-day forecast coming our way.
At 21st Century Equipment, we're proud to introduce the new Build Your Own tool. Build the John Deere you've been wanting and see how affordable it really is. Visit 21stcenturyequipment.net to build your own compact utility tractor, mower, or gator. It's easy to add implements, attachments, and view financing options. Build the exact tractor for your needs at a price you can afford, all from the comfort and safety of home, with the new Build Your Own tool at 21stcenturyequipment.net.
Renewal by Anderson Windows and Patio Doors. Invest in your home.
The number one investment I like to invest in is my home. For less than your cable bill and your cell phone bill, you can have all new windows in your house. Now, I've never got a return from my cable bill, and I've never got a return from my cell phone bill. But when you invest in your home and windows, you're going to get that return.
Now more than ever, there is no place like home. Invest in it. Renewal by Anderson Windows and Patio Doors.
At TC & More in Scottsbluff, we have toys and puzzles for your children, or they make a great gift. TC & More has craft activities, pretend play toys, and dozens of puzzles and games for all ages. We also have the largest supply of Melissa and Doug toys. And we still carry all of your classroom essentials. Remember to like TCN More on Facebook. TCN More, 1621 Broadway, beautiful downtown Scottsbluff.
Welcome back. Unified Command announcing 24 new COVID-19 cases and 26 new recoveries during their Monday afternoon update. The new cases include 7 in Scottsbluff County, 6 in Box Butte County, 3 in Cheyenne County, 2 each in Dawes and Garden counties, and 1 each in Morrill, Dual, Sheridan, and 1 unknown county. The recoveries include 9 in Scottsbluff, 7 in Box Butte, 4 in Dawes, 2 in Cheyenne, and 1 new recovery each in Dual, Garden, Morrill, and Sheridan counties. Through Monday evening, the Panhandle has seen 869 total cases, 779 recoveries, 9 deaths, leaving 81 active cases. Those active cases include 33 in Scottsbluff County, 24 in Box Butte County, 6 in Sheridan and Dawes counties, 5 in Cheyenne County, 4 in Morrill County, and 2 cases in Garden County. Panhandle public health officials say the risk level for increased spread of COVID-19 in the area jumped higher this week and remains in the yellow or moderate category, but is much closer to the orange level than it has been since the indicator was created. During Monday's COVID update, Tabby Prochaska with PPHD said several factors led to the higher indicator on the risk dial.
It's really the new cases remain high with 159 in the past 3 weeks alone. The weekly positivity rate has increased in the last 3 weeks from less than 5% in the week of the 12th to 15% in this past week. ICU bed availability has been less than 30% the past 3 weeks, and ventilator availability has slightly decreased in the past week.
PPHD Director Kim Engel said, as we saw with trends at the beginning of the pandemic, the Panhandle is trailing the eastern part of the state and seeing an uptick in the trend for new cases. And the Mullen fire that's burning in Wyoming's Medicine Bow Forest has grown to more than 82,600 acres, and containment dropped from 2% to 0%. Firefighters worked through the night to aggressively defend structures, and more than 700 firefighters from Wyoming and beyond have helped by combating the blaze. The fire has burned into the cabin community of Foxborough, but firefighters say officials have not been able to get in yet to assess any damage. Well, still to come, Chabella Guzman will be in with a check-in on Ag News, plus your community calendar. KNEB.TV News will be back in 90 seconds.
This chair is way too big. It's perfect for us. This one's tiny. That's 'cause it's mine. Hey, this chair is just right. This bed is way too hard. It's perfect for me. This bed is way too soft. Just what I needed. This bed is just right. So come on over to Leeds Heads.
Home buying is filled with decisions. Neighborhood, floor plan, fenced yard. Make one choice that's easy. Start with FNBO first. We'll guide you home. Home buying is filled with decisions. Square feet, fixer-upper, room to grow. Make one choice that's easy. Start with FNBO first. We'll guide you home.
This is KNEB.TV Ag News from the FNBO Ag Desk. FNBO, the great big small bank.
Winter wheat planting is underway or completed in the Panhandle area. Cody Creech, dryland cropping specialist at UNL Panhandle Research and Extension Center, says the moisture in the first part of September really helped, but since then it's been really dry.
Overall, we were fortunate that a few weeks ago we got a little bit of moisture, which has really been helpful for the wheat that's been planted recently. So across the region, a lot of that wheat that was planted a week or two ago has actually started to come up because of that small amount of moisture which we received. But if a grower still hasn't been able to get their wheat in at this point, they're going to be looking to having to check that moisture out there to see if they need to plant deep. If they can get that moisture, they plant deep, or if they can plant shallow and hope for rain to come along in the next few weeks.
Creech says he has heard from some certified wheat seed dealers, and they are seeing an increase in sales. He says this is good, as we could be heading into a drier weather period.
Adjusting our crop rotations to include wheat, which is a very water use efficient crop, is very important. So it's good to see that growers are making that shift in their crop rotations, because as we move into this dry spell, we're going to want to have those water use efficient crops out there. And so wheat will play a very important role as we move forward into this drought.
The region is still low on moisture, and the latest U.S. drought monitor has most of the Panhandle and eastern Wyoming in a severe drought. Reporting for KNEB.TV, I'm Chabella Guzman.
Small business, you're the engine that makes our communities thrive. That's why we're with you, providing more for you, so you can focus on what matters most. Small business, you're the engine that makes our communities thrive. That's why we're with you, providing more for you, so you can earn more, save more, and do more.
The Verizon family is full of frowns because they're spending too much for their unlimited data and phones, while the Viero family is all smiles because they're getting 4 lines of unlimited data with 2 free Apple iPhone SE for mom and dad and 2 free LG K31 smartphones for the kids, all for just $100 a month. They're saving so much, they're able to get Fido. Find out how you can too at Viero.com or your nearest Viero store. Viero Wireless, keeping you connected.
When it comes to helping local folks with the loans and financial advice they need, we don't horse around. Our only goal is to help you and your family achieve your financial goals with the right loans and savings products. So if you want to bank with people that care about you and your financial needs, stop by or give us a call. First State Bank. We're big on you. Member FDIC. Online at fsbcentral.com.
Well, let's take a look what's happening on today's community calendar. That's a look at today's community calendar, brought to you by First State Bank, honoring those who give back. Nominate your community champion at fsbcentral.com.
At Elite Physical Therapy, we provide preventative and rehabilitative treatments that maximize function and promote well-being for patients of all ages. With 2 locations in Scottsbluff and Gering, we offer the convenience of you choosing your location with the same great services no matter where you go. Stop into one of our locations today, in Scottsbluff at 214 West 27th Street or in Gering at 10th and M Street, and see what Elite Physical Therapy can do for you. Treatment you need and care you deserve.
At Platte Valley Bank, we believe it shouldn't cost you money to access your money. That's why we offer free ATMs anytime, anywhere. Whether you are across town or traveling abroad, There won't be an added expense to access the funds in your Platte Valley bank account. Free ATMs are just one of the great benefits of banking with us. Stop by to talk to one of our friendly associates to discuss what else Platte Valley Bank has to offer.
And finally tonight, it was a busy end of the summer for officers with the Scottsbluff Police Department. During the Drive Sober or Get Pulled Over campaign, which ran from August 21st through September 7th, the Scottsbluff Police Department removed 12 impaired drivers from the road. Captain Tony Straub says this initiative was part of a national campaign involving law enforcement agencies throughout the country. In addition to the 12 arrests for driving under the influence, officers also issued citations for a various amount of road and driving laws, including speeding, reckless driving, stop sign violations, and more. Scottsbluff Police Department's portion of the effort was made possible thanks in part to the grant for $8,000 from the Nebraska Department of Transportation Highway Safety Office. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you here next time.